In a small village surrounded by dry, barren land lived a poor boy named Aarav. His father was a farmer who struggled every year because the rains never came on time. The land was cracked, the well dried up, and the villagers were leaving one by one. One day when Aarav was just 12, his father said with tears in his eyes, "Son, we have no choice. We might have to leave our home too." Aarav looked at the land his father loved and whispered, "If water won't come to us, I will bring water to our land." The villagers laughed when they heard him. "You're just a boy. How will you bring water? Build a river with your hands." But Aarav didn't reply. He quietly picked up a small, rusty shovel and walked towards the mountain that stood 2 miles away. The villagers had heard that on the other side of the mountain was a flowing river, but no one dared to cut through the hard rock to bring it to their village. That evening, his father found him digging. "Aarav, what are you doing?" "I am building a path for the river to come here." His father smiled sadly and said, "Son, this is impossible." But Aarav didn't stop. Every day after helping his father on the farm, he would walk to the mountain with his tiny shovel. One day became a week became a month. His hands were blistered, his shoulders ached, but his eyes burned with determination. People mocked him. "The crazy boy is trying to move a mountain." Others tried to convince him to give up, but every time Aarav said just one thing: "If I stop, the river will never come. If I continue, maybe one day it will." Years passed. Aarav turned 18. The ditch he dug now stretched hundreds of meters. He was no longer the little boy with a rusty shovel. He had become a young man with calloused hands and unshakable will. Then one monsoon night, the rain finally came. The river on the other side of the mountain overflowed. The water followed the path Aarav had dug for 6 long years. For the first time in decades, water flowed into the village. When the villagers woke up and saw the river running through their dry fields, they cried. The barren land turned green again. Crops grew. People who had left began returning. Aarav's father hugged him with tears streaming down his face. "Son, you didn't just bring water, you brought life back to our village." Years later, when reporters came to interview Aarav, now known as the boy who built a mountain, they asked him, "What gave you the strength to keep going when everyone said it was impossible?" Aarav smiled and said, "I learned something important. When the world says it's impossible, it's only because no one has done it yet. Sometimes you don't just wait for miracles, you build them with your own hands." Moral of the story: big dreams are not built in one day. They are built one small step at a time. Faith and perseverance can move mountains, literally. You don't wait for change. You become the change. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe to my channel.